For my third and final pick of the Sunday six-pack, it's kind of slim pickings. We have 3 games. We have 2 games on Monday and 1 on Tuesday. There's a lot of injury and things that I'm waiting on, including this game, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah.
+3 at BetMGM at the Chicago Bears. Situationally, good spot. Bears off the Sunday night, loss to Green Bay. Lions had a couple extra days of prep. They played on Thanksgiving. And Lions have revenge for that game. They should have won. Now, if you look at these teams' records, I have them power rated pretty similarly. So I make this line, division game, home field, not worth that much, especially since Lions had a couple extra days of prep. So this game to me is a coin flip. Now, there's a lot of injury questions for Detroit, which is the one concern here. Is Galladay going to play? It doesn't look like he didn't practice today.
Doesn't look like Galladay is going to Trufant on IR, and who's their defensive tackle? He went on IR too. So
Williams, I think. Nick Williams, I think. And
whatever.
Is Swift going to play? Maybe that would help.
There's optimism Swift is going to play, and Amendola also returned to practice. So it looks like Galladay is the main question mark among the offensive guys.
Yeah, and then is Stafford's hand? What's going on there? I mean, the last 3 weeks he's completed 1 pass over 20 yards, and that was a trick play to Hawkinson last week.
Well, Marvin Jones also, I think, dropped one. So they had some
that's true.
But
it's just you could see the downfield threat without Galladay just isn't there. But will Akeem Hicks go for the Bears? That's a huge question because their defense without him he's I think maybe more important than Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is probably better overall, but just the interior. You already lost Eddie Goldman. You saw Green Bay, and in the past, when Hicks has been hurt, they haven't had him. The defense just isn't the same against the run and up the middle and getting pressure up the middle. So that's something to watch. There's a lot of questions here, but I make this closer to a pick. It's Mitch Trubisky starting, Mitch Bortles, so I don't mind fading them. I mean, these teams are the Bears are
terrible.
The record. The Bears are 5-6. They've somehow, thanks to botch call, beat the Bucks by 1, but they had a miracle comeback, 2 miracle comebacks early in the year. One against the Falcons and another against the Lions. They were down by 3 touchdowns, and the Lions, Swift dropped a touchdown to win it at the end, even after all the flukes. So the Bears really, without 3 miracle wins, this team is 2-9. That's basically who this Bears is. Now the Lions aren't a great team, but again, I make this a coin flip, and we have a new coach. This is something that I've talked about in the past, and pull up the stats per Bet Labs database since 2003.
I think you're supposed to say Action Labs.
Now. Oh yeah,
it's called Action Labs now.
Yeah. All right. Per Action Labs database since 2003, 30 teams have fired their coach in season, including 2 this year. Those teams have gone 14-16 straight up, and 16-14 against. Hold on, I gotta start the video over. I lost my feed. Those teams have gone 14-16 straight up, and 16-14 against the spread. You're saying 46% straight up win percentage. It's not great, but these teams won before the coaching change 27%, so it's almost 20% higher. They also were 37% against the spread before the coaching change, and are 16-14 against the spread over those 30 games. On average, those teams are about 4.2 point underdogs. Implied win probabilities, if you look at each game, they should have won about 11 games of those 30. They won 14. So they won about 3 games over expectation. Why? Well, first, I don't think any of the players like Matt Patricia. And he has a burner, by the way. Have you seen the Matt Patricia burner?
I have not. This sounds amazing. Where is it?
Matt Patricia burner is – someone tweeted at me, and it is definitely – oh, why's my feed keep going out? All right, so someone tweeted at me, have you seen the Patricia burner? And they sent me the name, and I looked at it, and it is clearly Matt Patricia's burner. Let me pull up the handle.
This should be
All
the
right,
podcast. Forget the picks.
it's at Eddie P, EDDY P, Lions fan. And all of his likes are just people clowning Darius Slay in single coverage.
Oh,
and
no.
and all of his tweets are just about how great Coach Patricia is, and how like staff. He just recently tweeting how you just have to read it. I mean, like
I got
Lions would be better off moving on. Stafford is uncoachable. Surprise, Coach Patricia was right. If the Lions organization and players would have listened to him, then everything would be different. This is 2 days ago.
I got one from 2 days, November 30th. The only awful thing was Coach Patricia hitching his wagon to an organization like the Detroit Lions.
Slay, he tweeted, Slay didn't have the work ethic to succeed under Coach Patricia. And then someone, Robert Flores says, never forget that time Matt Patricia scolded a reporter for slouching, and then shows a clip. Eddie P. Lions fan responds, Coach Patricia has a thing called respect. Maybe that reporter should learn some. But it goes all the way back until the beginning of September, and it's just a Patricia, and he shits on Darius Slay, and a Patricia fanboy account. I'm convinced that's his burner. It's hilarious.
Oh my!
But I don't think the players get.
Oh no, I was gonna say I feel like we probably piss off every team's fan base at some point during this pod because we're betting against like every team almost at some point. But like Lions fans, if you haven't seen this, you need to go check it out. I mean, he is coming at you, and you need to like just blow this dude up. Like there's a tweet with Lions fans in air quotes. Like go have at it. Just go have at it.
It's great. And yeah, the only likes are just people shitting on Darius Slay, which is just ridiculous.
More likes than wins, at least.
And so he did like a tweet that said, Lions fans miss Matt Patricia, bring back Matt Patricia, from just a random guy. But I don't think the players liked him, so maybe you get an inspired effort here. But the main thing that I like about the first game after, and I mean, look what happened with the Falcons went out and buried the Vikings, and the Texans covered against the Jags. But the one thing that I like, and both teams have been a lot better since, and I agree with those coaching changes, and I agree with this one. But the main thing I like about the first game back is just, I've been screaming about the Lions need to do more than their basic defense. So I think you might see some more exotic play calls on defense because it's a decimated defensive unit. They got to blitz more. They got to try some different things. But it's just that you're going to not have as much tendencies, right? You have a new coach. You can try different things that you wanted to try that Matt Patricia wasn't driving, so that team that you're playing isn't prepared for. And you have a little extra time to prep here too after a Thanksgiving game. So I think that's where it works in your favor. The first game after a coaching change is you can kind of change up your tendencies because you're naturally going to do some different things as a new coach. So give me the Lions +3. Game, I'll make a coin flip. A lot of injuries, though, to keep your eye on throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Patricia's probably responsible for Mitch Trubisky looking like a professional quarterback because the Lions have really been the only team he's had success against on any type of consistent basis. And now he's gone. So, I mean, I've heard rumors that maybe they'll go back to Foles. So we don't even know what's going on. But this Bears team, I mean, the offense is just like even against a team like the Lions, assuming their defense is still just as bad as with Patricia, you still question where they're going to come up with enough points to win the game. And now they don't have to just win. They have to actually cover. And as good as their defense is, the Bears are just one of those teams that you look at them and you're like, this team's not supposed to really be favored against anybody right now. Like this is a team that's struggling to compete because of how bad their offense is. So